Hey everyone, welcome back to another Nintendo news update. Now I have to admit it's quite a bit of a weird update today, but it seems quite a positive one, but let's just get right into the news. And today we're obviously talking about Breath of the Wild 2. Now you might remember obviously last year's E3 2019, we got the reveal of Breath of the Wild 2 and it was great and everyone was happy and hooray, we didn't know much about it. Basically today there's been a Spanish podcast called A Coffee with Nintendo, and essentially two Spanish voice actors for Breath of the Wild and Breath of the Wild 2 went on that podcast and said that they were done finishing recording lines for the game essentially. So they've finished recording all their lines, all the voice over work is done, and they said that they wasn't sure whether or not they were allowed to say that, but I guess they said it publicly and it is out there now. So yeah, their voice actors, the two Spanish voice actors have recorded their lines for the game essentially, and this is quite big news obviously because we don't know anything about Breath of the Wild 2, and the fact that two voice actors have actually completed their work on the game, that's pretty big. That means like scripts are being written, the story's been finalised, potentially cutscenes have been finalised, you know, things are pretty far in. I would imagine that, you know, a voice acting role and a voice acting job within a video game is probably one of the last things, because it is actually one of the most like least important things. Still very important, but when you think about the programming and the art design and the story, you know what I mean, there's a lot of things that go into a video game. So I would imagine that voice acting and voiceover work is probably one of the later things that happen into a game. So yeah, there's pretty big news that it's pretty big news. I mean, you know, just saying voice actors have been, you know, finished their work with it is kind of small news. I get that, but looking at the big picture, voice acting is probably one of the last things that we would know, you know, about a game having a thing. You know, it's probably one of the last jobs that it would have on production. Now, another interesting point that I don't think anyone's really brought up as of yet: the voice recordings are for characters that were in Breath of the Wild 2, so they are returning characters from Breath of the Wild 1, sorry. So yes, these characters have already been in a Zelda game, and in theory, those voices could have been recorded in the original voice recordings for Breath of the Wild 1. Actually thinking about this logically, that kind of does make sense. Let's say I'm paying two people to voice characters in my video game, and I have an idea that maybe in the future we might do a sequel. Would I then, while we've got the voice actors there, and we're paying the voice actors there and then, would I then give them more lines just to record in case we do a second game? So, in theory, these voice lines could have been recorded 2016? We don't know, you know, this could be a relatively new thing, and deep down I think it is a new thing. I think, you know, they finished Breath of the Wild, then decided to do Breath of the Wild 2, but, you know, this could have been planned all along. We don't know. But yeah, this is pretty big news, and I know I know it sounds insane to say, you know, this is just voice acting, but it is massive news because, you know, this is the first bit of news we have about Breath of the Wild 2, and it's a thing that would probably be at the end of the game. You know, I'm reading through comments, people are saying the script's 100% complete, which is pretty much guaranteed, and there's some people saying up to 85% of the game must be done. So I don't know, it's not really sure what's going on, and of course we don't know the big holiday title for this year. Obviously, if you don't know, and you haven't realised, Nintendo have had a massive holiday title every single year since the launch of Nintendo Switch. Of course, 2017 being Super Mario Odyssey, 2018 being Smash Bros. Ultimate, 2019 being Pokemon Sword and Shield, so, you know, we don't really know what this year's big budget title is going to be. And honestly, because we haven't had that many announcements, Breath of the Wild 2 does really fit that bracket of massive holiday title perfectly. I think it also fits the part of being a thing that comes out in March of next year. Of course, we've had a new game come out every single March, whether that be Kirby Star Allies, Yoshi's Crafted World, or Animal Crossing. We've had big games come out in March, and I think Breath of the Wild 2 could come out in early March of next year, maybe bringing up that 4th year of Switch and 4 years Breath of the Wild. I'm not really sure what to say on this whole Breath of the Wild situation, but seeing as we're getting more rumours and more sort of speculation around a July Direct, with leakers saying that it's going to happen, you know, I mean, we could hear more information, and if this is a quality, you know, big budget title, which I imagine it will be for this Christmas, they're going to want to really be saying that about now, because we're pushing, you know, well, we're in July, you know, by the time we've got a Direct, it could be as late as nearly August, and I think Nintendo really needs to secure a date for us now. They need to let us know what's happening with the rest of the year and what we can really expect. And I think Breath of the Wild 2 could potentially be our big Christmas game this year. Alright, well, that's my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, but the only thing that is confirmed is that two voice actors have completed all of their work for game, and it's going to be good. So there you go. Alright, thanks for watching everybody. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you in another update. Cheers everyone.